Subscribe the IELTS Guide channel and press the bell icon for the regular updates of IELTS video.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to IELTS Guide channel. Today we are going to talk about IELTS Writing Task 2 and this is our today's question. In this video I am going to talk about how you can deal with any writing task 2 essay, as well as I am going to talk about a band 9 answer structure for body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2, as well as we are also going to follow the structure for introduction as well as conclusion task. In this video I am going to talk about how to deal with the questions that are asked in the writing task 2. So without any further ado, let's see today's question, and this is our today's question. Let's read the question together. Some businesses observe that people who just finished college have a hard time interacting with colleagues in working as a team. Okay, what do you think are the reasons behind this? What are your suggestions to address this problem? Okay, let's observe the question first. Some businesses means company, commercials, businesses, right? They observe that the people means student who finished college they are facing problem in interacting with colleagues, right? They are facing problem in deal with the colleagues, right, in working environment as a team. Okay, so this is our main question. Now we have to talk about what are the reasons behind this, right? Means what are the problems because of this kind of things are happening in the businesses, right? What are the problems the students are facing, right? Okay, and then we have to also give some suggestions to these problems, right? Okay, so means we are going to write a two main paragraph. The first paragraph will include all the reasons, or we can say problems, and in the second paragraph we are going to focus on the solutions or suggestions to those problems, right? And we have to write at least 250 words for this essay, and we are going to follow a band 9 answer structure. Okay, but before that let's focus on some reasons, right? What are the reasons that are coming in your mind right now? So when you read the question, just note down that reasons, and we are going to use that reasons to make our body paragraph, right? And similarly we are going to write down the suggestions, and we are going to use those suggestions to write our body paragraph 2. Okay, so let's write the reasons that are coming in my mind. Okay, after reading the question I am thinking that only theoretical knowledge, because I think that nowadays in the colleges they are giving only theoretical knowledge, right? They are not creating the environment which we are going to face in the company, right? So only theoretical knowledge might be the most first reason for this kind of problems. Then parental upbringing and culture, right? Our culture, they don't allow us to go out and work as a part-time job when we are in the school, right? So I think that this is also a good point to cover in the reason. And there is no work part-time, right? When we are in the college over here in India, but still we don't do a part-time job, maybe that might be a main reason also. So these three things come in my mind, and I don't have anything else, so I am going to write a full paragraph by using these topics only. And yes, of course I am going to add an example. If I have a good example, then I can also add one example over here, right? Okay, now let's move to the suggestions. Okay, so let me write the suggestions that come in my mind. The first is change the grading criteria of students. Yes, here in our school they give grades by focusing on our academic only, right? They don't allow us to do any extracurricular activities, right? So I think that we should change this kind of a systems, and this might be a solution for this. Teamwork, interpersonal communication and leadership might be the option, and if they focus on these things also, not only grading criteria by focusing our academic, then I think that this might be able to help in case of our problems. Then interviewers should use various aspects to judge their true potentials, right? In case of an interview, or when they are recruiting the students or employee, we can say, for their company, they should focus not only on their resume or CV, right? They should focus their ability by different criteria, right? such as interview or written examination or group discussions, right? So this might be the helpful for them to select a perfect employee for them. And then there is always an example. If we have an example in mind, we can also include this example in the body paragraph. Okay, now let's focus on the band 9 answer structure that we are going to use for the essay. So introduction, body paragraph A, body paragraph B, and conclusion. This is the band 9 answer structure we are going to follow for our IELTS writing task 2 essay. So let's start with the introduction first. And as I told you in my previous video, introduction consists of thesis statement and hook statement, but over here we don't have to give our opinion, right? So we are going to just write the hook statement first, means we are going to paraphrase the question. So let's read the first sentence, that is the paraphrased version of the question. These days, commercials encounter issues with new recruits who very recently completed their education and be deficient in some interpersonal skills like the ability to work in a group. So this is a perfect paraphrase of the question, and for paraphrasing you must know the synonyms. So if you don't have idea of the synonyms, then please do my videos. I have already uploaded 3 videos for the synonyms. Okay, now let's read the last sentence. I will discuss causes of this problem and also try to articulate solution in coming paragraph. Means I am saying that I am going to discuss the problem and going to articulate the solution in my coming paragraph. Okay, so that examiner will understand that yes, I am going to write one thing for the first paragraph and then second thing for the second paragraph. Okay, now let's focus on the body paragraph. So let's focus on the body paragraph 1, and we are going to follow a structure for this. So this is our structure. Sentence 1 should be the main reason or main idea. Sentence 2 should be the explanation of the reason. Sentence 4 should be an example, and sentence 5 should be a short summary. As I told you in my previous video, we can also modify this structure as per our convenience, but over here I am trying to follow this structure. So let's see the body paragraph 1 and read the first sentence, that is the main idea, and I start with to begin with. So this is the best way to start the paragraph over here. To begin with, the students are less likely to encourage for doing an internship during the academic phase of life, which undoubtedly give an exposure for learning a practical skills. So over here I am going to talk about our academic system or our education system, right? This is the main reason responsible for all the problems, right? And then I am going to explain it. Not just this, the most of the education institutes put a more focus on theoretical knowledge rather than its practical implementation and approaches. As I told you while I am writing the problems or reasons for the question, they are focusing only on our theoretical, means academic knowledge, not a practical implementation or approaches, right? So I covered all this thing in my explanation sentences. I also want to write regarding the culture. So I start with, secondly, our parental upbringing and cultural approaches also play an indispensable role in pouring professional sense in children, right? So this is also I am going to cover over here. So I cover these in explanation sentences only. Then I have one example blank in my mind, so I am going to use the example over here. So this is how I am going to also follow the structure. So example is, for example, in the USA, or we can say Canada, New Zealand, or European countries, parents force their children to work part-time during the leisure time or in vacations, which is accountable for indulging a professional sense in children since childhood, right? And because of these things, these habits, since childhood, the children start learning interpersonal skills, soft skills that are helpful for working environment, right? And then there is a little bit summary. And due to this aforementioned compelling reasons, students lack from the professional sense of work at the end of the college life. And because of all these things, right, because of these reasons, students are lack from the professional sense of work, right? They don't have any experience of working environment, right? Because our education system, our system is like that over here, right? So my main focus in our system, education system, and our parental thinking or cultural thinking, right? So this is the perfect paragraph, I think, for the reason task. And now let's move to the solutions or suggestions that I have already made the point, so it will be easy for me to follow this point. So let's focus the structure over here. We are going to follow the same structure. Sentence 1 should be the main idea, 2 3 should be the explanation, 4 should be an example, and 5 should be a summary, right? We can also modify this structure, right? So let's move to the body paragraph 2 and let's read the first sentence, that is a reason, or we can say a solution, because we are going to say, cover the solution topics over here only. So I start with to tackle this problem, to handle this problem, to deal with this problem, right? So I think that to tackle this problem is a perfect phrases I can use over here, and examiner will directly understand that what I am going to cover in this paragraph after reading this phrase. To tackle this problem means I am going to give all the solutions that I have in my mind in this paragraph only, right? So to tackle this problem, it is important to change the grading criteria of students and the selection method of employees. So in the first sentence, I have write the main two things, that is grading criteria of the students and selection procedure for employee, right? So this is the two main things in which we should need some changes, right? So now I am going to explain what are the changes that we should adopt in these two things, right? So in case of explanation, let's read the explanation together. If students are given extra marks for participating in a college function or a stage program, they will make these activities a part of their study life, right? We have already seen in some schools or some colleges these kind of methods are adopted already, right? And when they work with their college mates, they will acquire useful skills such as teamwork, interpersonal communication, or leadership, right? And when they work in this kind of a system, they will acquire a teamwork ability, interpersonal communication skills, or leadership skills, right? And then furthermore, I am going to talk about a selection procedure for employee. So I start with, furthermore, instead of focusing solely on their academic grades, interviewers should test candidates from various aspects to judge their true potential, right? So this is my explanation regarding the main idea, and I have one example in my mind regarding the selection procedure for employee. So I'm going to cover that example over here. For instance, group discussion before an interview can be used to analyze how participants accept others' opinion or how they react to differing views. So this is a perfect example over here. I can also write a summary over here, but I think that I have already write so many words and this is enough words, right? We have to cover everything in the 250 words. We can write up to 280 or 300 words, right? More than that, it is not looking much good, right? So I think that I don't need to write a summary over here. I am happy that I follow the structure, idea, explanation, and example, but I don't think I need to add a summary over here because already I have written too many words, right? So let's focus on the conclusion task. In case of a conclusion task, keep it simple, so much simple, right? Don't write any other thing, don't write any extra idea, don't use any extra words, right? Just keep it simple. Restate your main idea or reasons, right? So let's read the first sentence. In conclusion, our faulty grading system and the focus on academic success are the reasons for the lack of interpersonal skills among employees, right? So this is so simple sentence, right? Our grading system and academic success, right? Focus on academic success. These are the reason for the lack of interpersonal skills among employees, right? Keep it very simple. Then restate your solution. Just restate your one solution, that is main solution. The only solution to this problem is to make extracurricular activities an integral part of the learning process. So this is a very simple conclusion, but really good conclusion, right? And I think that that's it for today, friends, and let's see how our full essay looks when we complete it or you write in your examination. So this is how our essay looks, so perfect. Introduction, then body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion, and it is looking so perfect. And in the exam it is look something like this, right? So, and how many words we have written? So we have written 317 words. So this is the reason I said that I don't need to write a summary in the body paragraph 2, right? if you are practicing well, then you can understand or you can have some idea that how many words you have already written, and as per that word count you can actually follow your structure, right? So this is how you should follow your essay. And I think that's it for today, friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found this video helpful, then please give a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to the IELTS Guide channel. If you have any idea, then please do mention in the comment section below. If I have done any mistake, then please also do mention in the comment section below. And please, if you have more ideas regarding this essay, then please also put comment in the comment section below, so that we can learn from each other's idea and we can expand our knowledge. And that's it for today, friends. I will see you in the next video. Till then, you take care, friends, and bye bye.